Architects design buildings and structures that surround us and define our physical environment. Architecture not only provides shelter, it affects our emotional state and influences us in a myriad of ways. Because many buildings have survived hundreds or even thousands of years, architecture connects us to our history and helps us to understand past and distant cultures. Although architectural structures vary widely in scale, form, and function, they all incorporate such elements and principles of art as balance, unity, and rhythm. Architecture also depends heavily on the science of engineering to ensure stability and to control the forces that push or pull on the structure. Architects typically work in teams and may be responsible for different aspects of the building design. When beginning a new design project, an architect will initially meet with the client in order to understand the specific needs of the project. The purpose of the building, together with the budget, building materials, and the location, all affect the design and must be taken into careful consideration. After researching the project, an architect begins by drawing sketches of the building in its environment. These initial designs enable the architect to share creative ideas with the client. It is important that everyone involved agrees with the proposed design before more time and resources are invested. Once the initial drawings are approved, a scale model is produced. This is usually made of such materials as wood, metal, plastics, or thick paper called museum board. Recently, architects have begun using 3D rapid prototyping and laser cutting to create custom components for their architectural scale models. The model enables the relative proportions of the building in its environment to be easily seen and is therefore used to promote the project to the client and public. The next stage of the architectural design process involves constructing a 3D model of the building on the computer by using specialized software. Such important considerations as the relationship of the building to the direction of the sun can readily be shown. Often, an animation is produced whereby a virtual camera flies around and through the building. The animation conveys a sense of the three-dimensional space the building occupies. These models can also be interactive and allow virtual human representations called avatars to walk through the building. Although architects do not construct the actual building, they are often involved with the process of selecting and working with the contractors to ensure that the design is accurately realized. Construction documents are developed to specify everything from particular building materials to precise measurements of all features of the structure. The contractors must follow these documents as they construct the building. One of the most important decisions an architect makes is the choice of building materials and the construction method. Throughout history, we have seen a large variety of techniques and materials used to create amazing buildings. In ancient Egypt, cut stone was used to create load-bearing constructions that were able to withstand the test of time. The Egyptians, and later the Greeks, also used cut stone to build structures using the post and lintel construction method. The Romans were experts in constructing stone arches that were used to create colossal arenas and a sophisticated system of aqueducts. During the Gothic period, from the 12th to the 16th century, architects created sacred buildings that incorporated sophisticated architectural structures, such as vaulted ceilings, pointed arches, and flying buttresses. These buildings contained impressive stained glass windows that illustrated stories from the Bible. Although nearly all the ancient architectural structures that still stand today were constructed using stone, wood is most likely the earliest building material. One of the oldest examples of the post and beam construction method is seen in the Buddhist Horyuji Temple in Japan. Nowadays, most American houses use a variation of the balloon framing method, which involves the fabrication of lightweight wooden frames to support the structure. Today, architects have a wide array of materials to choose from. Iron, steel, and reinforced concrete enable architects to design buildings that are taller and less costly than those constructed using stone. These durable materials can be manipulated to create organic forms that reflect their environments. Whichever materials are used, architects aim to design structures that become a significant part of our lives. In our time, many architects are concerned with designing buildings that conserve energy and use natural resources in thoughtful ways. These new structures will help to define our future in the same way that ancient architecture influenced both civic and spiritual life throughout the world.